Actually remembered the buttons. See if I can get back to where I was before without dying. I've had plenty of time to look at the map of room 47 and think through how I want to approach that. Trying to do that safer this time because of the one time when I wandered a little too close to the fire and got burnt. In trouble here. Alright, made it up. Despite mistakes. Usual tried and true strat. Getting through this floor seems to be working just fine. No bell. Never remember which room has that bell in the upper left block. Remember to get the key. Remember to not do that. Alright. Not sure why sometimes when I get into this level I have trouble building the stairway quick. I need to remember to use that wall. Practice jumping ghosts. And landing on ghosts. Still need to de-rest a little bit. Let's jump in ghosts. Wait for 6,300 on the timer. Be when the ghost next pass over, under. Ooh. Almost didn't build that right to tackle the ghosts. Good morning, Simon. Welcome on in. Your day is going well. Or evening. Morning. Yeah, morning. Hope your morning's going well. Just getting back into the swing of things here and de-resting a little bit. Already died twice, but at least I haven't continued yet. Be able to beat this floor without dying. Remember to remove the blocks. Here, here, and here. So there are, I think, 50 levels total, but while the game does offer me unlimited continues, once you get to floor 40, then anytime you continue, you have to restart from floor 40, no matter how far you got beyond that. So that's why I'm kind of replaying those floors that continuously from 40 onward. It is kind of a weird choice, like why don't they just do like, you know, blocks of levels or something like that? But there are like, I think there's a Master System version of this that does offer passwords. I wonder if that chunks them up or something. I'll say once I get the early floors mostly figured out, it's not too hard to replay them, except for you in the far future. Hello there, Puzzle. Welcome on in. Hope your weekend's going well. Yeah, I can't imagine trying to beat all 50 floors in one sitting, but I'm sure people have done it. Like, once you know what the real good strategy for a level is, then probably not too hard to get through. And like knowing where all the secret stuff is probably helps out a ton for racking up extra lives. The DOS game Clyde's Adventure, I don't know if I've played it. The name sounds slightly familiar. I wonder if maybe it was inspired by this, or there was a... forgot the key. Maybe there's a spate of developers inspired by the same game. Why can I not make that jump? I was spending some time earlier looking at the map of the floor I've been stuck on, 47, because I was having trouble thinking through how that would actually need to be solved, and I think I have a good strategy I'll need to take a look at when I get back to there. Trying to think how to get through... a very dense level. Yeah, I saw all the there we go. Drop that down there. Get up here. Open that up. Probably should not have jumped there. Welcome on in, Corky. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Here I get to restart from level 40 as I got a little too aggressive with jumping over those enemies. That's okay. Practice is good. I'm positive that I'll be getting a little bit farther on this stream just because I think I have one level figured out. The problem is going to be the level after that, which I only have a vague sense of. Room 48. Another massive room that I'm going to have to move around a whole lot and not a lot of time to navigate through it. Yeah, the music is pretty catchy in this, and I didn't quite fall down the gap, but that's okay. There's a time refill later on, so I'm not too worried. I like to hide useful power-ups in various spaces throughout the maps, and figuring out where those are has been essential for clearing some levels. What is that thing doing? It's like moonwalking. Look at that. The monster is moonwalking. I've never seen that before. Like stuck in the wall now. Hope this doesn't like get stuck in the wall and then decide to warp out somewhere. Oh, he found a way out of the wall. Alright, trying not to die here. Grab the key. Easy as building immediately after grabbing the key, I think. Not really a trick to it, just gotta do it right away. Having a designated warrior would be a good profession. Thanks for the offer, puzzle. Yeah, the wall's like a scratching post. Right, need to hop some ghosts and wait till 6100 on the timer. $7,100. That was a almost not quite well-timed jump. Okay, when the ghosts pass. How did I have the patience to figure this out? Waiting till 6100. I'm not 100% sure how I eventually developed that strategy. But it just kind of... I think I was like stuck in that area underneath where the dragon was spawning, and I couldn't figure out like any possible way to get by. And then at some point I noticed that a dragon didn't spawn when I thought it should have. So then it was kind of like backtracking and figuring out like why did that even happen. And I'm not 100% convinced that that's what I'm supposed to be doing, but it's reusable, so I figure it must be a valid strat. The most difficult feats in any video game is to do nothing. Question, do I ever walk away from this game doing puzzles in my head? And the answer is yes, absolutely, all the time. That's kind of how I picture trying to figure out some of the problems. And not just this game, but any kind of other puzzly bit in a game. Like, sometimes the answer will just be churning away in the back of my mind, and I'll figure out a strategy. Simon's been playing some Mina the Hollower. A lot of thinking about how to get secrets on ledges and whatnot. Yeah, that game looks like a ton of fun. It's definitely in my ever-growing backlist of games I need to play. Still haven't played Shovel Knight. I need to get to that too. Mina seems to be a big hit with everyone who's played it, pretty much. Like a Link's Awakening Master Quest. Yeah, it is kind of like I enjoyed playing Link's Awakening, and definitely wish there was more to it. That's ooh, that dude just about fell on my head. Get rid of this block. Try not to die in the bonus room. So Simon, I wonder if you've played any of the Game Boy Color Zeldas, because those were... I thought... Oh, I should not have grabbed that. Those were great games to play through with the kind of Link's Awakening style, even if they're not maybe quite as... I don't know, well thought out story-wise or anything compared to Link's Awakening. Okay, bells on either side. Tetris 2, you keep setting tiles down in your head. Quirky. Definitely see that. And then I've only played a little bit of the Lolo games, but those are also ones where, like, Definitely have to think through these levels pretty thoroughly. Some of it might be inspiration from thinking things through long after you've played through the level. Yeah, a lot of puzzle fans in this group. Okay, got the key. Wait for this monster. Tetris syndrome. Alright, this floor. I think I have a little bit better strategy of what to do here, but it's not something that I'm overly excited about trying. So I keep wondering how I'm supposed to time these dragons so that they don't destroy me. This guy is zooming towards me. Get those taken care of. I've gone too far up. This is the right spot. Or is it? Because now they're trying to shoot fire at me. If I'm over on this side, then they'll ignore me briefly. Alright, that wasn't quite what I was supposed to do, but it worked out. A time reset. Oh, that's no good. Okay. Oh, that's real bad. I need a better strategy for rebuilding that stairway there. Yeah, you can get a little bit of extra hang time by building a block in midair, and I don't know if you can build or attempt to build more than one block in midair or not. It could give you some extra hang time, not hair time. Oh yeah, you can like levitate for a while if you're like building blocks into a wall. Might come in super handy later. There's gonna be a nuisance. It's gonna block my block creation. That was not the time to go. I thought that dragon down at the bottom was gonna start destroying that block, and then I would have been in real trouble. I think the wizard Danny here needs to learn some moves from the Mario Brothers and be able to destroy blocks in a single jump. This will at least get me one extra life. Okay, that time the jump sort of worked. Sort of, but not 100%. Alright, I messed up my pattern big time there and couldn't quite recover it. Now this was going way better last time. Need to get back into the rhythm of the right strategy. Part of the problem is like these stairs I'm building are gonna be sort of in my way after I use them. There's no real easy way to get rid of them. Welcome on in, Seven Castle Forest. I'm having a nice Sunday and hope you are as well. Oh no! That dragon was just far enough over that it didn't fall all the way to the bottom. Okay. I think there must be something about how I approach that room 46 where sometimes the dragon's timing spawning lines up and sometimes it's a hindrance. Yeah, there's nothing quite as puzzling as buying groceries in a new store. Everything's in the wrong spot. See if we can get another moonwalking dragon. Yeah, it's always awful when a grocery store decides to rearrange some things. Yeah, Solemn's scheme might be a little more challenging than grocery shopping. At least there might be some employees to ask where all their hidden items are supposed to be located. We'll say, like, every now and then, you know, store will be playing some music and there's like a certain degree of who decided to add this song to their playlist. talk to people in person. Okay. Get the key, build immediately. Don't jump into a ghost. I will say, probably of all the floors I've been into so far, this is probably the hardest one to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. There's like so many monsters moving around, it's easy to lose track of something. Need to wait to 6100 because it's the first time being in here, so when the ghosts pass next. Oh, I was a little too far over and bonked my head on the ceiling. The problem there is there's enough room on the square for a little bit of left and right movement, and that's vitally important because that manipulates where the dragon will go after spawning, and also controlling the amount of room to maneuver. Why did 2 dragons spawn there? All sorts of weird things are happening today. I'm gonna assume it's still 6300 on timer is the right time to go. And I jumped too late. Welcome on in, Kakalicola. Hearing the song that never ends. Goes on and on, my friends. Build the nook for the bell. Okay, hop the ghosts and wait till 6300. This is another challenge, like trying to keep an eye on the timer while also jumping over the ghosts. Guess I should only look at the timer when their ghosts are moving away to the right. But when they pass by me next, should be time to go. Yeah, it's important for me to get the dragon moving off to the right there so that it doesn't hop onto the bridge. And ruin my party. But plenty of time to wait for just the right moment. Hope your evening question mark is going well for you, Kakalicola. I'm theorizing that Darude Sandstorm might chase people out of the store. Get their purchases and get out. Corky has something to share. Something that made her think of all of us. Puzzle's mom used to sing the Lamb Chop play-along song. Plenty of people, like, you know, myself included, aren't gonna understand the lyrics even if they're in English, so nothing to worry about. I don't know what it is, but there's like, I have a hard time hearing the lyrics in songs a lot of the time and mishear a lot of lyrics a lot of the time. Oh yeah, they're shopping faster due to the tempo of the Sandstorm song. There was a question of gonna do it. Get rid of the block. Set up the other blocks. Can't say I'm familiar with Astronomia. Sure that's a earworm of a song. 70% less time in store when they play the Sonic Drowning jingle. Oh, it was in a K-drama? Okay. Well, it's a question I'm sure might pop up from time to time in a drama. I wonder if there are ever like extra lives hidden in these. Oh, that was bad. Accidentally picked up the thing that reduces the timer for the level. I'm not going to be able to hunt around for goodies. Oh, I found a goodie though. That'll give me a fireball. We weren't there to witness the IT discussion, unfortunately. These slowpokes. Need to get them off the edge and off the ledge. Alright, kind of messed that up. Didn't do that the way I should have done it, but I made it up. Probably also a better way I should be doing this part here, but this is the way that I know works. Gotta make a path. Destroy the path, remake the path. Okay, back to the dragons and the punchy dudes. I also have like this vague memory of one of these levels having a 1-up squirreled away in it, but I think it might be the next room. I need to pass this one before I can get to it. Right, building some steps again. Not like that. Try that again. Okay, that was the optimal timing, but everything's going by. Didn't get a good chance to look at the pattern of how the monsters were located, so reproducing that gonna be a challenge. That could probably have been done more safely, but that's okay. This resets the timer. Getting that one block out of the way actually helps out a ton. Nope, not like that. Actually, the one above it, if I could get rid of that, would be great. I can actually make this jump. Room enough to make the jump there. Alright, time for a breather. Yeah, it kind of depends on the lyrics and how well everything is mixed to the song. Alright, that just barely works. Oh, except for I was standing a little too close to the edge there and got barbecued. I didn't do that part correctly. I was supposed to build a taller platform to stand on. They don't make them all like they used to. I think that's also kind of like why, you know, not being a big lyrics person, that, you know, the whole grunge Nirvana era of music where maybe the lyrics aren't actually all that easy to understand in the first place, and then also maybe there's not necessarily all that much meaning behind them. Gonna gravitate towards songs like those. Or at least the meanings are open for interpretation. And speaking of second quests, I know this isn't exactly a Zelda type game, but I'm almost positive that there is some kind of second quest or higher difficulty mode in this that I will not be attempting. But I'm curious if I ever get to an end screen, if there's going to be a continue onward at higher difficulty setting. Puzzle getting ready to duke it out with me regarding grunge songs and their meanings. There we go. Almost wandered down into that pit for no good reason. Keep wondering why they bother putting these blocks there. I guess it's just to keep the stage in like a similar like decorative format with the pattern of gray and orange blocks. Alright, since there are turtle fans in chat, I have to wonder if you saw the toys that Dr. Fuzzy Boots posted where they were all like turtles in Star Trek costumes and roles. And then I had to wonder, like they made Donatello first officer, but wasn't Donatello like more of a engineer type? Or I guess he's science-y. As opposed to Michelangelo, I guess, who got that role. Do those toys make sense to you, I guess is the question. Or is there a more apt delineation of their roles that you see the turtles in as Starfleet employees? So what did Michelangelo, what was his defining characteristic? I guess if you're trying to pick somebody who would be like second in command, then it makes sense as a first officer. For Donatello, maybe. Is Michelangelo, I want to say, is like the happy-go-lucky party guy? I'm remembering in any way, shape, or form? Yeah. Happy... Quirky confirming. But... I don't know. Michelangelo, the ship's counselor, I don't know if that's gonna quite be right either. Oh yeah, maybe there's a crossover comic. Where there was a long discussion at the writing table as to how to plan out these characteristics. Make Michelangelo the cafeteria worker. Everybody gets replicated pizza. Okay, I think everything is set up correctly here. Yeah, replace Whoopi Goldberg's character, Guinan. Make Raph first officer. Maybe he can be security. Oh, that is the thing I don't want to get. That's the time reducer. put a block over that and never step on it. I should not have picked that up. I should have turned that into something good. Moving too quickly, trying to remove blocks. I don't think I'm gonna find any more treasure in here. I will say the ability to talk and play the game is limited to floors that I feel I have pretty well figured out, or are straightforward layouts. Like I have to have a strategy pretty much in place. And even still, there's some spots like in this level that I'm not doing consistently, but am getting through. There's always a opportunity for something unexpected to happen. Yeah, I've heard good stuff about the last run-in. I have like this vague... I shouldn't have tried to turn that enemy around too soon. Weren't like the Turtle comics originally pretty dark to begin with? So maybe that's a bit of a return to roots or something. I will say the first movie was pretty gritty. Oh, don't go up there yet. Need to take care of the other monster. Get an extra life here any second. There we go. Okay, finally made it upstairs. Very rooted story. Need to make it back across here to get that key. Alright. Back to the dragons and the steps. Do the new set of steps. Not like that. Alright, that worked, but still haven't quite figured out the right timing on those. Don't want to do that. I gotta stand over here so they're not blazing fire right at me. That was the wrong spot. Gonna have to rush it, maybe? Ooh, nope. Gonna have to grab the timer right now, because I'm not gonna have enough time. That blue hourglass basically resets your timer or life to 10,000, so it's a great item, but you want to only grab it when gonna be of the most use. Gonna have to make this twice. Oop. Did that wrong and it worked out. Oh, I got too greedy. Could have stayed to the side. I was a little bit worried about getting low on time, although I think I still had plenty of time to go. I'll have to be a little bit more specific on which slick move I managed to do. Stream delay in typing. Not that I'm performing slick moves left and right, but... I gotta remember, standing up there actually kind of helps because it'll make the dragons pause where they are. Might as well grab this now. Okay, that time it worked out. Because there's like a slight... Shouldn't have done that. Syncopation... I don't know if that's the right word for it, but the... way that the dragon spawn isn't exactly... Okay, build this, and then take out this enemy while standing on the side. That's the way to do it. Alright, here we go. 447. Okay. I'm gonna pause, check my notes, and think. So the idea here is... see if I can show this. So I need to start by getting rid of this block, so these enemies will head down here. Then what I need to do is go up and over the key, and I can remove this block, okay, make the flame drop, then make a block underneath it, which will then save me later on. And then I'm gonna have to wander down here probably to make my way up and back up around this way. Oh yeah, I also need to get rid of this block here. And then get the key, and then I should be able to fall down safely and then go up this way to get... No, I go up this way and then back around. Or wait, no, I can go down this way. Yeah, this way should work, question mark. Maybe, we'll find out. I can get these enemies taken care of. Alright, that was a little dicier than it could have been. I think I want to make that block there so this fire will fall. I won't get rid of that just yet. No, wait, can't I just walk up and around this way? This is way easier. Alright. I'm already optimizing it. Now I do need to head down this way. And I think I can just go straight down here. It's not the greatest path, but... let me rethink that. I do have to approach from this side no matter what, because the flame blocks my path. So I think I have to carefully get rid of these blocks. I can stand on the ledge here. I forgot to do something important while I was down there. Make a block here. Oh no. I still haven't figured this out. Because if I make a block here... Oh, I thought I had it. I forgot there's this block underneath me. How do I get through there? I thought I had this all figured out. Maybe I need to come down here first and clear out the way. And then find my way back up and around to grab the key. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do that's actually going to let me get to that exit now. I need to set up and find my way down here and then make it all the way back up and around. And then I can do the mini loop to grab the key. There's like, yeah, no way to get through there.